Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Katzlab and I'm Kat. I just got my PhD from a top biomedical grad school here in the United States, and today I would like to share with you why I decided not to pursue a postdoc after it. And currently I accepted an offer from a healthcare consulting firm in Boston. Let's get started. So I have to say I've always been a person really interested in science, asking questions, answering them with experiments, and thinking that is actually the joy of doing science, pursuing the unknown of it. And because of that, I joined a lab in my freshman year in college and actually published several papers back then. And then naturally, I would like to be a scientist, and then the only way to do that is, do a PhD and then do a postdoc and get a position afterward. Very straightforward. So I, worked really hard on my resume, personal letter, got into this current program, and I was really proud, and everybody was really proud of me. My parents will be like, oh, you are the first person go to do the PhD, and we're so proud of you. And I was like, yeah, I'm doing whatever, I love, and this is the perfect career path for me. Because of that, I picked the current lab, which probably is the most competitive lab to join on campus. I worked really hard in the first 3 years of grad school. 6 a.m. you will see me in the lab. I still remember one time a cleaning lady kind of mistakenly thought that I never left the lab because we have a big lab, so somebody in the lab stayed really late while I went, 6 a.m. in the morning, so she thought we are the same person. And I was like, oh, no, I just came in. But back then, I woke up not because the alarm, of course, partly because of it, but mainly because I really just want to get the things done, and I thought what I was doing really can help patients, really can help another human being. Because of that, I was really enthusiastic about my research. I worked on 3 different projects, and so far all of them worked out. But by pretty much my 3rd year, I realized there's something missing. So I actually went back to China, or as you can tell, I'm a Chinese with the accent. So at that time, I went back to China, and you go back to your old friends, you hang out with them. And in China, what we do is 3 things. Eat, movies, and karaoke, okay? So after this whole series, one of my friends in high school was asking me, oh, I'm really jealous, that you're doing PhD. I also want to do a PhD by myself. And I was like, you majored in economics back then in college. Why do you want to do a PhD? Oh, she was like, oh, okay, actually, a lot of firms are looking for a PhD right now. And I was like, seriously? Like in finance? And she was like, yeah, for example, in the banking, right? They want to analyze a lot of biotech or pharmaceutical companies. Either they're still private or public, but they need experts to analyze the technology these firms have and if there's a potential, right? So they want to hire people to do the market analysis. Let's say this company developed a drug target a cardiovascular disease. So if you only have finance background, you have no idea, right? Oh, what are they doing? Is this drug actually good, or is it competitive in the market? So they do need experts with a PhD background in biomedical science to analyze the firm, the market, the competitor. And I was like, oh, interesting. There's actually another big world out there that I haven't explored. She kind of just planted the seed in my heart, even though back then I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be interested, and I will still do my science, work on my bench, do what I'm good at, right? And then I went back to States. I actually happened to know somebody who was from a consulting club locally for PhDs and postdocs. And then my friend was like, oh, how about you just, listen to an introduction of the consulting club? And I was like, oh, what is consulting? I have no idea. So because of that, I was like, okay, I'm a curious person. I would like to know more about everything. If it's a new kind of cuisine, I will try it. If it is a new place I haven't been, I would like to explore. Like one of the lists that I would like to do is to go to all the national parks in the States, So I'm a very adventurous person, okay, as you can tell. So I was like, okay, let's go. So after hearing the introduction of what is consulting, what does it do, especially healthcare consulting, and I got really intrigued. Consulting is essentially an industry to help people solve problems. Okay, so for example, if you're in healthcare consulting, your clients will be biotech or pharmaceutical companies. So they might have a question. Okay, I have 10 drugs in development, and the CEO of the company is really confused because he didn't know what to do. Because his finance guy told him, actually, we only have money for 2 targets to go to clinical trials. So which one should I prioritize first? And then this is very interesting from scientific perspective because the drug is there, like the target is there, and they probably already finished the developmental phase. So you know what are the targets, if those targets could work by your research. Because you will read papers about these targets, and then you see, oh, actually this one might be more competitive than other ones, and then you basically do your primary and secondary research and help the CEO of the company to determine which target you should pursue first. So it is pretty much like science. You ask a question, you collect data, and then you solve this problem. Because of this, so I decided to explore more. Then I became the VP of education in this consulting club, and I think, oh, I really like it. So today I just want to tell you that if you are frustrated in academia, if you are sad about academia, or if you're just exploring, like you should just go out and then talk to people, and then maybe you will discover new things that you would like to pursue. And there will be a lot of negative voices towards you. I remember the first time I told my parents about I don't want to be a professor anymore. I found this interesting thing that I could do, and they were like, no, you are getting a PhD, you should be a professor, it is prestigious, and then people respect you, you have a stable career later on, like why not? And also, my PI in the lab was also very against it, and everybody who has a senior PI who has been in academia for decades knows what I'm saying. It is really hard to talk to them. But today I'm here to tell you that it is okay. It is your life that you should choose to decide what to do afterwards. You have the next, let's say, 50, 60 years ahead of you. So you should choose a path that you are really passionate about. Live every second of it. Hopefully you can be happy at every moment. So you should pick a career that you're really passionate about. And I've talked to so many people in academia. They might be frustrated about it, but they don't want to give up because they were like, oh, I've spent the past 10 plus years in the lab. What am I gonna do outside of it? Even though I hate this, like I hate my project, I hate my lab, but this is what I'm good at. Like it is a way of living. I'm really against that. I think if you can, you should get the job that you deserve. You already got PhD or on the way to get PhD means that you're smart, you're capable. So you have every right to deserve what you want to do in your life. So I've talked to my friends in academia already left academia. I feel their frustration can be probably narrowed down to 4 kinds. One is just like me, you lost interest in academia even though your projects work. Second, you are stuck in your current project and then you don't even care about it anymore. And third, your relationship with your PI might be not going well, or even toxic. I've heard so many examples of it. And fourth could be, you're passionate about your work, your projects turn out well, but you realize that it is really hard to get a faculty position. Because I've heard average PhD to get a faculty position is about 3%. And I've even heard shocking number in Europe about 0.45%. It is really challenging, I have to say. So maybe you are just frustrated because of that. And there's nothing wrong to explore. So if to find your passion means you have to explore 1 or 2 years, and that's not a waste of time. That's a time that you dedicate to find your passion, okay? To leave academia will be very difficult. That is for sure. You will face a lot of negativity. You will face a lot of doubt. You will not have people who usually support you this time. And then they will question you. But that is okay, When you know that this is potentially can help you guide to the future of your life, everything is worth it. That's why you find friends who have the same goals, and there are definitely a lot of them. For example, I'm one of them. You can just, message me, comments below to let me know that you are frustrated, and we can help each other. And I think my past 2 years of frustration and being doubted by others make me stronger. And I think this is something that you will face every day later in the society. I feel I've been, studying in school for the past 25 years of my life, and I'm like a flower in the greenhouse. I never got storm, I never felt hurricane, and I feel like I have been in a ivory tower. And this is not life, everyone. The life is difficult. So for who you want to explore more in other industries, I initiated and participated hundreds of phone calls or seminars with people outside academia. I put what a PhD can do into 7 categories, and I will make a video just to talk about these categories later. So let me know if you're interested, and if you like this video, please thumb up, like the video, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.